I'm about to watch this guy kill an innocent person. I don't want to see someone die today. Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. I hope you guys stay. So for today's video, I am doing a story time. I believe this is my first story time of 2018, so yay! For today's video, I am going to be telling you guys one of the scariest 911 calls I ever had to make. I've only had to call 911 twice in my life, and I hope that is all I ever have to call them, but this time that I had to call 911 was definitely one of the scariest. So if you want to hear about this scary 911 call and what happened, definitely keep watching. But of course, before we start this video, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, let's get into this story. So this was during the summer of 2017. Well, I was with my now boyfriend. At the time, he wasn't my boyfriend, but we were at his friend's house. We had slept there the night before. We were hanging out with all of his friends, and he had to wake up super early in the morning because he had to drive somewhere far away for some camp thing he was doing. So I'm gonna say it was like 5 in the morning. It might have even been earlier. We woke up and we had to drive an hour back home so he could drive like a few hours to where he was going. So it's early in the morning, and it was early enough that the sun had not risen. It was dark out. So we are in the car and we are driving down this one really long highway. It's a 2-lane highway, but it's like a big highway. And we are just driving, listening to music, having a good old time, you know. And as we're in the car, we're trying to wake ourselves up because we were both just so exhausted. We went to sleep like at probably 3 in the morning, like literally had like maybe 2 hours of sleep, not even. Like, we were so tired. The last thing I wanted to be doing was like being in a car and driving. So we're in the car and we're just trying to wake ourselves up. The sky looks dope because it's dark out, and I remember thinking like, oh my god, it looks so cool outside right now. So at this point, we are no more than like 15-20 minutes into this drive. I'm in the passenger seat, he's driving, and I remember just looking over at him. I was probably talking to him, saying something, and then I gazed out the window. And at first, what I thought I was seeing, I thought I was imagining because I was just so tired. Like, I was so exhausted that I thought my mind was like making things up. And I remember like wanting to pinch myself and thinking I was dreaming. I look out his window, and on the opposite side of the highway, I see someone driving the same way we're going. Let me say that again. As we are driving straight, someone else is driving in the same direction we're driving, except they are on the wrong side of the highway. So I see this, and I'm just so exhausted that I think my mind's making it up. And I'm like looking at this car, and I couldn't even get the words out to be like, look, like there's someone driving on the wrong side of the highway. I literally had to like blink 3 times and shake my head and be like, am I awake? Is this really happening? And I'm just like speechless, trying to mumble and get words out. And as I'm trying to say it, my boyfriend looks out the window and he sees it too. And I'm like, are they driving on the wrong side of the highway, or am I imagining this? And he's like, wait, and then he thinks he's seeing things. So we're both just probably staring at this car for like a minute straight, just watching them drive down the wrong side of the highway. So we both are in complete shock. We think that we are about to watch this guy kill himself and kill someone else. So I grab my phone and I'm ready to dial 911, and I'm like, what do? Do I call 911? Like, I need to call 911, right? I need to call 911. Me, in a normal state of mind, would have known to not even question it and to just call 911. But because I was just in like this panic state of mind, I literally didn't know what to do, where I was literally saying, do I call 911? And my boyfriend was like, I don't know. Like, we don't know what to do. So then I was like, you know what? No, this guy is going to kill someone. He is driving on the wrong side of the highway. He might be drunk. He might have just somehow ended up on that side. He's going to hurt someone or himself, and I don't want to witness that. Like, he's driving right near us, and I'm going to watch that happen, and my heart will break, and I don't want to see someone die today. So I grab my phone out and I dial 911. But of course this isn't where the story ends, because why would anything ever go smoothly? Why would I just be able to call 911 and they would come and everything would be fine? No, I dial 911, it's ringing, it's ringing, it's ringing. I'm waiting for someone to answer, and as someone is saying, 911, what is your emergency? My phone dies. My phone dies. Now, of course, we could have just taken his phone and called 911, but that's not the point. The problem is now that not only is my phone dead, but the police are more than likely trying to track my phone or find out what's going on. And of course, like, why would I be able to plug my phone in and like it turn on right away? No, it literally took 15 minutes for my phone to turn back on. So we are just driving, watching this guy drive on the wrong side of the road. I'm literally sitting in the passenger seat praying, almost crying, like scared for his life and someone else's life because he's on the wrong side of the highway and he's not getting off. So I start almost panicking because I'm like, well, the cops are definitely gonna like try and find us now or try and track us now because they might think something's wrong. And I know they probably didn't have a long enough time to actually track my phone. Like, I think they need 3 minutes or probably something like that. But like, in my head, they were trying to track my phone. And also, when I was younger, like when I was in middle school, I had a BlackBerry, and if you would hold down the E button, I had it set so that it would automatically call 911 in case I was ever in an emergency. And it was in my back pocket one day, and I sat on it, and it called 911, and then I hung up. And then they called me back, and they asked to put my name in the records, and like, they asked why I was calling 911. They thought I was trying to prank call them. I was like, no, I literally just butt dialed you. Like, I really didn't mean to. Like, that has to happen often, but whatever. They were like, well, we're gonna need your name for the record. And I was like, and gave the phone to like my mom or something. But anyway, so now that I called them and it just hung up before I could even like say what was going on, I was like also freaking out that they were gonna take my name down for the records and I was gonna be in trouble. And so I'm just freaking out for like 15 minutes because my phone wouldn't turn on. Finally, it turns back on. I see I have missed calls. I call them back and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, my phone died while I was trying to call you guys. There's someone driving on the opposite side of the highway, and I explained to them the whole situation. And they basically told me that people had already called and that they were already like looking into the situation. Thank God somebody else saw it. I didn't even see anybody else on the road at that time, so I don't know who could have possibly seen this person, but the whole situation was just so freaky. Like, it was so dark out too. That was what was scary too. Like, it was dark out, this guy's just going on the wrong side of the highway, and like, I literally could not stop thinking, like, I'm about to watch this guy kill an innocent person. And I also didn't want him to hurt himself. Like, maybe he wasn't from the area, maybe he didn't even know he was on the wrong side of the highway, or maybe he was drunk. I don't know the situation, but I do know that nobody got hurt. He did not crash into anything. Apparently he just like got off the wrong exit or something. It was something stupid like that. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, so that was a relief to hear. I remember running home and trying to like look on the news for the rest of the day to see if like this guy was okay and like if anyone else had been hurt in this situation. Thankfully no one was. So yeah, that is my terrifying 911 call story. If you guys liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and also make sure you subscribe. I post every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you guys like these story times, let me know in the comments below because I do love telling you guys these kind of crazy stories that happen to me. So yeah, alrighty, have yourselves a great weekend and I will see you on Monday.